Plastics has an important role to play. The answer is ahead of us, and Al Gore said, "There is no silver bullet." We must invest in clean tech, clean energy technology like there's no tomorrow. There are 6 key drivers of the future. There are 6 things which will dominate our lives for the next 25 years. The first is global population explosion. The second key driver of the future is climate crisis. The third key driver of the future is related to the second one, and that is the looming energy crisis. The fourth key driver of the future is globalization. The fifth key driver of change is a new model of medicine. And in fact, in the new world of medicine, plastics has a fundamental role to play. The sixth and final key driver of the future is the joker in the pack. It's the wild card. It is accelerating exponential technology development.
This increasing dependency on technology, is that good, or is it bad, or is it, what would you say? Because we are already so dependent on technology today, and I wonder.
Well, I believe we are the virtual ape. I believe naturally we are virtual. And therefore, I believe it is our destiny. I believe once we found language, it was leading in a direct line all the way through to the point where our technology became our successor.
The question I would like to ask is concerning your energy crisis. You see that there is going to be an energy crisis. We're not running out of oil, but we're getting, with the demand supply, in big trouble. Now, of course, you say, well, plastics will profit from it because the oil that we still have will be used for that. What makes you feel secure about that? What guarantees you that? Why will there not be competition and even wars about resources at some point?
I think there may be. I made the comment that countries go to war to secure their energy supplies. But my argument about oil never running out, although it sounds facetious, is actually based on an economic argument. And that is that when it is in very short supply, it will be just too expensive to use for transport, even leaving aside the issues of pumping out the carbon that's involved. I am sure that as oil becomes more expensive, the economic forces behind alternatives will be huge.
Could you develop a little bit more about what kind of models of governance and what kinds of instruments you think are going to be necessary to get us from where we are with all of these problems, with your optimism still intact?
Yeah. It is a very complex issue, and you know that better than I do. The moment you actually start to deal with environmental issues, you realise that everything is interconnected all the way around. And taking, as it were, a large spanner to the problem can often create unintended consequences and all sorts of difficulties. I believe that our governments have a duty to act urgently in such a way that we can sustain a respectable growth level, because the chaos that comes from recession and worse is very considerable and would set back our cause in the environment. But I do think we've got to start paying for the damage that we're doing.